Hello there. How's it going? It's almost the end of February, but not quite. It's February 27th. It's right there. But let's talk some college basketball in under 5 minutes because I've got only 5 minutes. We're going to keep this video under 5 minutes. It's not yet March, but it's close. I can feel the rumblings of people starting to get edgy about college basketball. If we don't have an all-out crazy coronavirus outbreak that cancels March Madness, then and March Madness actually does happen, then we're gonna have games. So I want to talk about the algorithm and what it does real quick and talk about today in the last couple minutes. So yesterday was the 26th. There were 51 games yesterday apparently that we had lines on. Algorithm did exceptionally well. Um, at its max was up 6.7 units, almost 5 units at the end, going 39-12. Now, notice Vegas actually did better than us and went 40-11. So if we look at our underdogs and see what happened, we lost 2 of 3 of our underdogs. That was the problem here. And Virginia Tech did cover 3.5, but not 2.5. They lost by 3. So what this algorithm does is it kind of looks at home and away and it gives it a certain weight, and home is where we lost it against Vegas yesterday because apparently we did a little better on the road. Anyway, point is I'm not going to get into all the programming. It's only a 5-minute video, but this marginal win percentage helps to dictate order. There was a period here where this thing won 15 games in a row at these lines. If you think about a big parlay like that, that pays pretty big. It pays like 50-1 throwing all that together, or just like if you grab strands of like 5 or 6 in a row and try to do parlays on these games in order, that's going to pay pretty well. So it's pretty cool. All right, so let's talk about today, knowing what we've learned, knowing that just sorting this thing in this order gives us, a reasonable expectation of having some knowledge about the game, because who has time to watch college basketball all day, right? Well, what you're looking for is you're looking for a reasonable line and a high win percentage, and hopefully a high power percentage too. And the first thing that you see that's kind of reasonable, Tennessee Martin over Southern Illinois Edward at minus 190, but their power percentage is really weak. So these are two really bad teams right here. Not a great power percentage either for Tennessee State against Jacksonville State. However, they're at home, which is helpful, and they do have a marginal win percentage of 12% after our adjustment. So it just means that this is probably a pretty good pick right here. Anything above marginal win percentage at 10% is usually like maximum profit, and best games to choose from. So that's probably the best pick, best reasonable line I see on here. There are 2 underdogs down here that we have at home. It's pretty good idea to take teams at home with reasonable lines, especially these have marginal win percentages that put them above anyway. So you'd want to take individual picks on both of these games of UNC Wilmington and Northern Arizona over Montana because they're at home. That's a reasonable line of Canisius. These games don't always win. You don't put them in a parlay. But is there anything strongest wise that's reasonable up here? If you do a parlay of like 3 of them, like you grab like these 3, maybe something like that. You saw that in historical, what kind of streaks do they win in? And I'll show you that, like really historically, look at the home teams. 20-2, look at how much winning there is. 8-1. Home teams that it picks, 22-4. These are 80%, 89%. Overall, it's 75%, but some of the stuff at the beginning I wouldn't trust. 8-1, 22-4, 64-22 on a huge day. That's not very good. 9-2. Anyway, you can see that it does pretty well. And in the last 8 seconds, what was the team? Who was it? Who was it? Who was it? No, it was the 131. It was Tennessee State, and we're out.